Now notice the tether. It's very important that you tether yourself to the space station.
They can't come and get you.
They can't come and get you. Unlike the space shuttle, it's very interesting you point that out. Unlike the space shuttle, the shuttle has the ability of maneuvering backwards, forwards, left and right very easily. With the space station, it's not so easy. So if you get dislodged from the space station, on the U.S. spacesuits, there's an apparatus called a SAFER. Basically, a little jetpack has a limited amount of fuel that you can jet your way back to the space station. But if that runs out, we don't want to think of what could happen.
I don't get to practice using it very much.
And you notice the mirror? You see the mirror? Yeah. On the wrist? The controls for the spacesuit on the Russian suit is very similar to the American suit, and you have it on your chest area. And the writing is all backwards, so we make the writing backwards for a purpose, so they can read the controls. So a lot of things between the United States and Russia, we came to the same conclusion. Now, does anybody have any questions about what you're seeing here? Let's see if I can pull up our NASA video. This is from NASA Public Affairs.
Naturally, the majority of the spacewalk went smoothly, and the crew members were working ahead of the schedule, completing all the tasks up until the difficulty with installing the television camera.
Be careful.
They installed a multi-purpose workstation on the starboard side of the objective service module, and some tethers to a future spacewalkers doing assembly and maintenance work.
What are you moving towards?
In that area on the SESA, you're seeing under insulation covering around the electron oxygen generation system.
Maybe this should be.
Part of a test for the existence of bioorganisms on the outside of the station under the insulation. And a super sample was taken
Right, exactly.
Go to.
Together, the spacewalkers cleaned and removed a robotic experiment known as Robotic or Contour and brought it inside the station. It was studying the remote control of a robot arm through the internet while using video cameras. Yukikin also installed a new experiment on the outside of the station, a materials exposure experiment on the hoist module to expose it to harsh environments, the harsh environment of space. While
this young lady had lunch with us today, believe it or not. This is Brandy speaking. She speaks out of public affairs, and she's speaking at a console very similar to the one over to the left, but on the ISS side.
To relocate the television camera from the active side of the Rocket.
So, Carl, this is your aspiration. This is Brandy.
Portion of the module attached
to be Randy's boss.
Station to the passive side of the module where incoming vehicles
Well, it would be fun. I like to make
it was
policy.
removed easily, but insulation was in the way, preventing
And these are live shots from the Kennedy Space Center to the left and to the right, and right over where that valve is where we had a crack.
Determined that the camera should be brought inside.
A leak, and that's why we kind of focused on it.
So it's the space shuttle?
Space shuttle, yeah, external fuel tank, and you see the SRBs onto the right-hand side. And you can see the Earth below.
This is
Pretty much on the shady side of the shuttle.
Exactly, at the station right now. Yeah, we just got into the daylight. We're in the orbital nighttime. And remember, when I first pulled it up, you only saw the screensavers. We were in that area, the ZOE, where they have that break. Remember how we talked about the restroom break? And so we didn't get any video, but I didn't see anybody leaving the room. In the hallway was clear. Okay. Oh, the 26. Do you want me to Okay. Okay. This is the Russians' 26th spacewalk they had for the ISS. Fighter Yuchinkin and Ogle S. They're both flight engineers on Expedition 25. It's a 5-hour and 55-minute spacewalk, so call it 6 hours out there.
So, this is, was scheduled to be a 5-hour?
Yes, a 6 hour, 5 hour and
6
55
hour,
minutes.
55 minutes?
Yeah. So they're out there for a very long time. Their primary is assembly and maintenance, and they also have to do some housekeeping. They're going to do cleaning up the thermal insulation and events for the electron oxygen generation system. And remember how Brandy was talking about the television camera? And relocate the TV camera away from one end of the Razvit docking area. Now the Razvit was just placed up on space station this year. Quite interesting. The Razvit is a Russian module, and most Russian modules are taken up by Russian rockets, but this one was taken up by the space shuttle on the last mission, 132.
And that's what look like they're attached around, kind of around that.
The Razvit, yeah.
You have to
And it's an interesting looking little design. It's kind of designed like an egg, minus the rounded end. So it's in that shape.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of the Russian designs are all spherical. Yeah, like the Soyuz, the Razvit, yeah.
We keep seeing him switching his tether from one handrail to another. He's going back and forth with that.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull up.
Tether.
The others.
Thanks, Erwin.
I'll get you a shot of him actually walking.
They were just saying he was he was in the process of running a wire for the cameras.
They do.
They're moving the camera right now. He's going back
Yeah.
running the wires and so forth.
We call it the MAG, the maximum absorbency guard.
But you see how they're locking and latching those tethers, so as he's working his way to where he has to go, he takes one part of that tether and moves it over and hooks it on, and he goes back and gets the other, and he's working his way back to wherever he's going. So when they train in the nuclear buoyancy laboratory, they practice
Making metal, or
just how they're doing it.
drilling something?
I think they're cleaning. Now, over to the right-hand side, these are the shots of the two cosmonauts on the outside. So you can kind of see what the Razvit looks like.
And the Russians have an underwater training facility as well. So
That's some of the apparatus you guys says I want to know.
they train here,
It's like a poor
they
man's
train in
Canada.
Russia.
I didn't know they had an arm-like device on Razvit.
I know it is. Wow. There wasn't, when they took it up, there wasn't a whole lot of detail.
I
on
know,
that
you just saw
little
this
module.
brown.
It just basically talked about that was going up,
What?
but it didn't really go into detail on what the makeup of it was.
Now, their spacesuit, unlike the American spacesuit, is a one-piece suit, but it's also a one-time use suit. Once you use it for a spacewalk, that's it. Yeah. Unlike the U.S. suits, which have X amount of hours, and then we don't throw it away afterwards. We take it back home and refurbish it for the NDL.
One-time use is cheaper.
So it is.
And that's like their vehicles. The Soyuz are one-time use vehicles only. So they carry a crew of 3 up, they bring a 3 crew back, and each time they launch a new mission, it's a new vehicle that goes up.